Hello everyone, I'm Andy.
Hi, and I'm Mark. You're a bit distant now, Andy. Maybe I need to adjust my volume.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone!
Yeah, that was very professionally done.
Yes, it was. See,
So this is the first time ever you've done a back-to-back.
I mean, I literally just finished it.
Look, I've got a drink.
Oh, I've got a cup of tea.
I thought I would give you a bit of easy ammo. I'm drinking Campari.
Oh dear God! I mean, it's an easy target.
Well, in fact, I'll tell you what. I mean, I do enjoy Campari anyway, but I drink it with ginger.
Ginger. Oh dear. Two of the worst things in the world: Campari and gingers.
No, it's one of the best. I'm going to enjoy myself. It's almost aperitivo time.
So, what are your plans for next week?
Um, I've got Alex and family coming up on Monday, and then it's Christmas Eve in Venus, and then it is Christmas Day here. So it's what I usually do, but this year I think there's 14 of us.
Fucking hell.
So I've actually, it sounds ridiculous, I've actually had to make a bloody table extension for my dining table. My dining table is limited to 12, and now I've made an extension to increase it to 14.
What happened to the state banqueting table?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was it. The state banqueting table was not big enough for the banquet. I told you, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. I told you last week. I actually managed to find a 6-kilo turkey.
Yes. Is that enough for 14?
No. So what I've done is I've got a 3-kilo Christmas ham.
Still, I think that's skimping.
Don't be ridiculous. No. A 4 or 5 kilo is enough for 10 or 12 people. So a 6 kilo and 3 kilos of ham and 1.5 kilos of stuffing.
Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't be happy unless there was enough leftovers to keep me in my sofa for a week.
Ah, well, that's where you and I differ. I like to judge the food for precisely the day. I don't like to have leftovers.
Oh, there's nothing better than a turkey and ham sandwich on Boxing Day.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why our listeners might be interested in this, but I'll tell you what. What is a pork flesh carré? What is that in English? Pork loin?
It would be a loin or not a belly, but maybe,
No.
yeah, maybe a loin.
Anyway, I did pork loin stuffed with plum, yeah, dried plums, prunes, and onion with a bit of thyme and rosemary. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely delicious. I did have leftovers from that, and I had pork and stuffing sandwiches for 3 days after that, and I enjoyed them all.
Yeah, I mean everything except the prunes for me.
Well, you could do an apricot and onion stuffing.
Or how about?
So I cut it to about 1 inch thick. So I rolled it.
Yeah, I understand what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have had it.
It was jolly good. So yeah, so that's table extensions for the guests. Luckily, it's only Alex and family who are staying. I don't have any other people. Other than that, I'm trying to. Well, I did succeed in it's a 10-year-old kiddies quad bike started today. Johan was basically given this thing, and it's in a bit of a wreck condition. So I actually got the engine going today, much to my surprise.
Incredible. We actually are a little bit remiss in not yet saying Happy Christmas to our listeners. This is our Christmas episode.
Oh, is it? All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, what is that? He's got a Finnish accent, for God's sake.
I think it's more Asian. It's like a
No.
Timu Santa.
Ho, ho,
No.
ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
No, I would say that's Finnish,
Either way, it's a cheap sound effect.
which is sort of where Santa comes from. And Tomteland, for those who are interested, Santa's World is open as of next Monday. No snow.
With no snow. I was speaking to my daughter today, and she said there's not a scrap of snow anywhere.
It's all gone. Well, it was, what was it, 9 degrees yesterday. Funny enough, it's just got cold. Let me check the temperature for our listeners. In sunny Sweden, I can tell you it is going to be -1 overnight and a high of 5 degrees tomorrow. 6 degrees. It's nearly the shortest day, and it's 6 degrees plus. Insane.
I still have loads of snow.
Friday, it's going to be 8 degrees again. Good for the heating bills.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah, it is. I'll tell you what.
Really?
Here, I'll give you a bit more ammunition to throw at me. Since I've been doing exercise, I actually sometimes feel like a little bit of a sauna. You know, I built a sauna downstairs.
Mm.
You do, because you stayed there. And you know, electricity bills these days. Do you have electricity bills, or is it all paid for in the rent?
It just comes in the rent. Oh no, I do have electricity bills. Yeah.
Because the way they calculate it here, there's sort of, it's the average of your 3 highest consumption levels. So in other words, if you never use anything like saunas, it's sort of 1 or 2 kilowatts. That's the peak during the day. So it's not actually how much you use. It's simply the average of those 3 peaks multiplied by a number. And if you use a sauna, it literally doubles your consumption. So if you have 3 saunas in a month, it doubles your electricity bill. It's completely insane.
Because you're not using that much electricity, surely.
Absolutely right. But I think the idea is to drive people's use of electricity down. So that's how they're charging these days.
But their job is to sell electricity.
Well, you would have thought so. Anyway, whatever. That can't be interesting to anybody.
No.
I've stopped having saunas. Trump world.
Anything interesting with Trump?
He is as unhinged as ever. He was giving his Christmas speech at the White House. I think children. It sounded like children were in the audience. And instead of wishing everybody Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, he related a story about some fellow who went to Peru and how 28,000 people a year die in Peru as a result of snake bites.
Merry Christmas.
And well, what's it got to do with Christmas anyway? Whatever. And the funny thing is, do you know how many people a year die in Peru of snake bites?
28,000?
1. From the year 2000 to 2015, 15-year period, 10 people died of snake bites.
Well, that's close enough.
It is 28,000 to roughly 1. Yeah, you're right. Well done, Donny.
We know that he makes shit up all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, that was quite amusing. What else has happened? Farage has been quite quiet recently. God, I can't think. I've been too busy with my carpentry work to get involved. But no, all is well. All is well. And what's happening in Fuleftio?
Oh, very little. I mean, we're just snowed in. I've been avoiding shopping for days now. I've still got supplies to last through tomorrow at least. But I'm gonna.
How can you not go shopping every day?
It's just such hassle. I nearly died last time.
Why? Why haven't you got stuck in a snowdrift?
No, it's just the treacherous path.
Oh, really?
Walk is. I mean, I've got proper winter boots and everything, but the earth is against you in this part of the world.
Well, you'll be surprised how many elderly people, including you in that category, have serious, like they never properly recover from falls.
Yeah,
If you fall over and do your hip in or something, that's basically curtains. You never recover.
yeah, I can believe it.
Don't you have those sticky things so you can be a real old age pensioner?
No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed that until I'm 80. Like
You won't be around when you're 80. I'd invest in a pair now, mate.
like those stupid. Are you talking about the things you put on the bottom of your shoes? The stuff.
No, oh no, but they're good. No, I was actually thinking about, ski sticks with spikes on the end.
Oh, fuck off! What good is that? You're just going to take people with you and they're passing by, and you fly up in the air and hit the deck, and you skewer someone.
Stab someone.
That's not going to stop anyone falling over.
Oh dear. Anyway, when the cold weather comes, it will give you the opportunity, hopefully, of trying out your new skates again, because they were a bit uncomfortable last time you used them, so you've got to wear them in.
No, it wasn't the skates that were uncomfortable. It was the fact that my legs wouldn't work on the skates.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, again, uninteresting. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about Christmas.
Well, of course we are. It's Christmas episode.
And I want you to appreciate
Now,
Christmas.
I should tell you, your Christmas jingle is very good, but it's bloody loud.
Okay, let's try it like this.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So I've got a blast in my ears there.
It's not so Christmassy.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, finish.
Anyway, that's the extent of my Christmas sound effect.
All right, so production quality has diminished. I mean, I don't blame you, having done... What did you do? Just tell me what you did with murdery bits with Richard.
Christmas murders.
Do many people get murdered at Christmas?
Separate ones.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very popular time of year for killing, especially spouses.
Well, yes, I suppose so, because you're forced to spend time with them.
Yeah, and spend money on them, which everybody hates.
Another good point.
Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about some various things, all true stories.
Yeah, but when you say true, did they land on the moon?
Every one of them is a true story.
For God's sake.
And they're all Christmas related. And some are funny, some are creepy, some are scary.
Yep.
And some of them are just heartwarming because it's Christmas.
Yep.
But I think they all fall within our remit. So let's start with back in 1955 in the US.
Oh, hang on. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you seen the Christmas movie Wonderful Life, which was about 1950 or 1946, I think it was, actually?
James Stewart?
Yes.
Yes. Many years.
You have. Is it a good one?
Oh, it's fabulous. It's the original Christmas film.
Exactly. And it got 8.6 on the Internet Movie Database, and I can't remember. Oh, dear. Hang on. I'm going to have to message. All right.
Is it Santa?
No, it's Uber.
How does she know when we're recording?
I've just bloody sent her a message saying that we're recording.
So she had to get in on the act.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, back to Jimmy Stewart.
1956.
Right. And you've never seen it?
I must have done, but I certainly can't remember ever seeing it.
Oh, I mean, it's the,
Anyway, I might watch it over Christmas with the kids.
it's the original feel-good Christmas movie. Every other Christmas movie except Die Hard stems from A Wonderful Life.
I think that would raise a bit of a debate online as to whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not.
Of course, it's a Christmas movie.
Well, it's
In the Nakamachi or the Nakamatu Towers on a Christmas party. It's a Christmas movie. There's no women about it. Like, best Christmas movie ever made. Anyway,
some would disagree.
I don't care because they're wrong. Anyway, 1955, when the US...
You know he's got dementia. In 1955, in the US...
when the US military accidentally created Santa surveillance. And it all happened because Sears department store ran a Christmas ad telling kids to call Santa directly. The problem was they misprinted the phone number, and instead of Santa, children dialed up the top secret hotline of CONAD, which stood for the Cold War Command Center, responsible for detecting Soviet nuclear attacks.
Well, it's lucky it wasn't called Gonad.
That would have been the gentle...
I was just trying to think of it. Gee, I couldn't do it quick enough. Anyway, carry on.
On Christmas Eve, the phone rang and rang, and a terrified officer answered, expecting news of incoming missiles, and instead heard a kid asking, "Is this Santa Claus?" Rather than hang up, the duty officer played along. Soon, more calls flooded in, and instead of correcting the mistake, CONAD leaned into it. They used radar to track Santa's sleigh across the globe, even issued official updates. So what began as a Cold War error became tradition. Today, that same system, now NORAD, still tracks Santa every Christmas Eve, complete with jets escorting his sleigh. So an accidental mix-up between nuclear defense and holiday cheer turned into one of the world's strangest Christmas rituals.
Oh, what a nice story.
Now, if that happened today, I would imagine ice would be breaking down your door and deporting you to the nearest fucking snowbound country.
Shall I tell you another funny story about the wrong number?
Go on.
When this was back in the early days, admittedly, we had a telephone number on the trading desk that was very similar to Sainsbury's. And people used to phone up asking for the price of sausages or something, or whether we had any in stock. And instead of telling them we had the wrong number, we would just pass them around from trader to trader. Say, "Oi, John, on line 5.
Yeah.
And then this person went, "How can you give me the price of sausages today, please?" These poor people used to get passed around. "I just want the price of sausages." "Hang on, madam, I'll pass you along to the relevant counter." "Oi, butcher."
How many millions of sausages do you require?
Oh dear.
It's nice to know that our banking elite are doing it.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking hell. No wonder there's crashes every other month. Well, in 1889,
Oh, we're going back a bit now.
the people of Boston were very serious about Christmas trees. And that year, the city decided to hold a public vote to determine where the official municipal Christmas tree would be placed. And this was a mistake.
Why?
2 neighbourhoods were competing, which caused accusations of rigged ballots. No surprise there, America.
Yep.
Newspapers took sides and tempers flared. On voting day, crowds were gathered Shouting began and then the pushing. The police were called to control what newspapers later described as a tree riot. All of this over a pine tree. Boston eventually abandoned public Christmas tree elections entirely because apparently democracy could survive many things, but not Christmas decorations.
So it was just they were voting where to put the tree.
Yeah, you give people a choice. It's always a mistake.
You think?
Yeah, don't give people a choice. All you're doing is pouring petrol on a fire. I mean,
You should decide.
Look at what happened after the war. It was 1947 when Norway first gave the UK a massive Christmas tree as a thank you for sheltering the Norwegian government during World War II.
Why did they wait 2 years to do that? Tight bastards.
They probably had things like rebuilding their infrastructure to worry about. I don't know.
Good point. Not actually a good point because they were never invaded, were they?
They did have
Oh, no, sorry, they were occupied, but I don't know whether they put up a fight.
the Russians. Well, they definitely had a resistance.
Oh, yeah, they definitely had a resistance, but I don't think much of Norway was actually now, I may be doing a disservice to the Norwegians.
You'll be amazed. I think you'll find that there were no Norwegian pilots in the British Air Force.
Oh, no, I'm not saying they didn't do any. I'm just saying I don't think Norway as a country, I don't think Oslo was destroyed in the Second World War.
I don't think so either, but I'm not going to cast my aspersions.
I'm not. No, there were
times.
There were loads of Norwegians in the British forces. Absolutely, there are whole regiments of them.
Yes.
As I recall.
But anyway, back to the Christmas tree.
So what happened? Was that the end of the story?
No. Every year it's put in Trafalgar Square.
Oh, no, sorry, we were on to the Norwegian one. I had already passed on from the Boston one. Yep.
And every year, London complains.
What? It's not good enough?
The tree is too small. The tree is too thin. It's too crooked. It's too Norwegian. The complaints have become so predictable that Norwegian officials openly joke about it. And British tabloids run annual headlines criticising the tree. And you watch, it will happen this year as well.
Well, it would have already happened.
The tree keeps coming, the complaints keep coming, and Christmas diplomacy is a very, very strange thing.
I think you need to post some examples of the Norwegian Christmas trees that fell below the specified quality and height standards.
I think if you just Google the last 10 Christmas trees in Trafalgar Square, you'll see for yourself the pictures that come up. Now, it's time to turn your lights down a bit.
Why? What are we doing?
Because these stories aren't funny in the laugh out loud sense. They're unsettling. The kind of thing that makes Christmas feel slightly off.
You're not talking about people getting stuck in chimneys and things, are you, and never being discovered for 20 years?
In December of 1926, famed mystery writer Agatha Christie disappeared.
What?
Yes, she left her home, abandoned her car, and she vanished for 11 days. The country was in panic. Thousands searched. Newspapers speculated wildly. Some believed it was a publicity stunt. Others feared murder. Christie was eventually found alive, staying at a spa hotel under a false name. She claimed she had memory loss. Doctors debated it. Historians still argue about what really happened. And the timing made it worse because her disappearance happened just days before Christmas. So while families were gathering, Britain wondered whether one of its most famous writers was dead or alive. And to this day, it remains one of literature's greatest unsolved mysteries.
Well, it's not unsolved. She was at bloody Spa Hotel.
Yeah, but she claimed to have no memory of getting there.
Well, that's hardly one of the strangest author mysteries in the British history of histories, is it?
Disparage my research, mate.
So that's not even Christmas related, other than the fact it happened near Christmas.
At Christmas. And anyone who says on Christmas, raise your hand and then use that hand to slap yourself across the side of the head.
It's at Christmas.
Exactly. I detest when people say on Christmas. It's not a thing you mount.
It's a time.
Yes, like at 5 o'clock.
At Christmas.
Yes, exactly. Well done.
All right. So hang on a second. So far we've had Trafalgar Square Christmas tree. We've had Boston Christmas tree.
Yes.
Agatha Christie non-disappearance. She was at a health spa.
She could have been dead.
Around Christmas.
On Christmas Eve.
Are you starting at Christmas Eve? Why did you say on?
It is on Christmas Eve because now we're talking about a day, so it'd be like on Tuesday or on Wednesday.
All right. So are you building up slowly to a crescendo of strangeness, or is this the level of entertainment to be expected for the duration of this podcast?
Well, you shall find out.
Because otherwise, I think most of the listeners would have disappeared off to the kitchen to warm up with a bit of glurg. They're going to need it.
If I've driven people to alcohol, then I would say job done.
Job done. Christmas time.
Yes.
So we can't joke about that because a lot of people do drink too much and eat too much at Christmas, of course.
Neither of which I can be accused of this year.
No, well done. Abstinence. That's the way forward. Cheers.
18.
It's unusual for me. This is the first time
You're a lush, basically.
I've had a drink and you haven't.
That's not the first time.
No, an alcoholic drink. It absolutely is.
Possibly. No, you used to have a little glass of fucking whiskey every episode at one point.
What? Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Never.
Yeah.
No.
An aperitif, you used to call it.
That's right. Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you come from a cultured background.
So how is that not having an alcoholic drink?
Not on bloody line. When I was talking to you, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Anyway, you can go back to one of our earlier episodes and you'll find out.
God help me, no, please.
In 1862, during the American Civil War.
Was Christmas even invented then?
Yes. Christmas was invented 2,025 years ago.
Not quite.
Now, a Confederate soldier named William Bruce Mumford was
Not a name.
was executed.
Mumford and Son.
His crime? Tearing down a US flag in New Orleans. Union General Benjamin Butler ordered him to be hanged, and the execution took place on December the 7th, close enough to Christmas that the city weren't happy about it. Mumford became a martyr to the Confederacy, and Butler became known as Beast Butler. Christmas came anyway, as it always does. But it became known as the Christmas Eve execution.
It's a bit unkind.
Yes. In 1913.
Hang on. What? Is that the end of the story?
Yes.
For God's sake.
It's actually quite hard to find a lot of Christmas stories.
I'll tell you what, if these stories were Christmas crackers, there'd definitely be Walmart value Christmas crackers.
There's been a couple of Harrods crackers in there so far, surely?
Absolutely not.
Maybe John Lewis.
John, never knowing the undersold. It's back.
In 19...
God's sake, some poor bloke gets executed on Christmas Eve, and that's the story.
Well,
That's very jovial. Thank you for cheering us all up.
All he did was take down a US flag.
And you had to go back to 1862 to find that one. There must be something more interesting that's happened in the last 120 years, 220 years, 175 years.
This is why I'm going all the way to 1913, when a man named W. Reginald Bray decided postage was cheaper than train fare.
Hang on, I've just got it.
Honestly, it is
I can't. It's just my popular time of the evening to have calls.
Is it your alcohol salesman? Hey, Mark, you haven't phoned me for nearly half an hour, man.
No, it's my daughter who's obviously going to express how impressed she is that I got that quad bike started.
Unlikely.
Yeah, I think it
I'm
is.
going to say it's broken again. So, Reginald Bray decided postage was cheaper than train fare. So, he mailed it. For fuck's sake. Go on, what was the message? It's broken again.
No. She says, no problem. I very much look forward to hearing from you later. Not.
I can tell you. When I can tell you it's all broken. So, let's try and finish this. He decided that postage was cheaper than train fare, so he mailed himself. He attached stamps to his coat and he handed himself in to the postal service. A mail carrier escorted him part way. He arrived safely, and the US Post Office then quickly banned mailing humans, because up until then, there was no reason why you couldn't. But for a brief moment, Christmas travel got very, very strange indeed.
How far did he go?
Just because I don't know the answer to that doesn't mean I'm lying.
Really? Oh my God. So he posted himself from an unknown place to an unknown place.
I would imagine that he posted himself from his hometown,
which was
where he lived. I'm going to guess America.
Jesus.
Okay, now we're going to go a bit. Now we're going to go a bit darker.
Well, this episode's going to last about 27 seconds if you carry on like this.
We're going to go a bit darker, so strap in.
Have you been drinking when you did the recording with Richard?
I haven't drunk anything for weeks.
Are you sobering up with your cup of tea?
My cup of tea is now finished.
Oh, is it? All right, where are we off to next? Let's try and identify at least the place we're talking about before the story starts.
Okay, we're going to Germany.
Anywhere in particular?
1940, on Christmas Eve.
Hang on, 1940, that's during the war.
When I say we're going to Germany, the Germans are involved.
All right.
Christmas Eve, 1940.
In Mönchengladbach.
German bombers attacked British cities. Churches burned. Houses collapsed, families huddled in shelters, while Christmas carols were echoing above ground.
Oh my God.
One survivor later said, "It felt like the world was ending, but Christmas refused to stop." Presents were exchanged in underground stations, and tea was poured between the air raid sirens, because even in this dark time of adversity, Christmas persisted.
Oh my God. Is the idea that you're trying to drive listeners back to the present opening ceremonies, hopefully that they're enjoying rather than listening to this? So, please tell me you're not going to relate the football match on Christmas Day in World War One.
Funnily enough, in 1914, during World War One, soldiers did something extraordinary.
They did.
They stopped fighting. On Christmas Eve, German and British troops sang carols to each other across no man's land. They exchanged gifts and they played a football match. The officers hated it.
Why?
Because they were supposed to kill them, not play with them.
All right.
High Command banned it, and by the morning, the war had resumed. But that Christmas truce stands as a reminder of humanity flickering briefly in the darkest of places imaginable.
Well, that was pretty dark.
Well done you for spotting that coming.
I mean, oh my God. The good thing about these little stories is that people can jump in and out. You know, if they're literally teetering on the edge of unconsciousness as a result of having listened to 35 minutes of this, they can then fall asleep, wake up 20 minutes later and just not have missed a thing. They'll still be following
that hurts.
the theme of the story.
That hurts. I put a lot of effort and love into this episode.
Where's your Christmas tree, by the way?
Fuck off. I'm here on my own. What am I going to do? Put something up for the cats to destroy?
I've put up Christmas. Have you not got any, what are those lights that they call in it, Lucia?
Fairy lights?
Fairy lights?
Isn't that what you put up at Christmas?
No, those sort of, like the Jewish lights that go down.
Candles.
Yeah.
No.
So literally, you've got nothing in the windows to cheer up the neighbours.
Alexa, make my room Christmassy.
I don't know how to set living room to that setting.
Alexa, make my room green and red.
I don't know how to set living room to that setting.
Can't do it. No Christmas.
Ask Alexa, make Andy's room look like a brothel.
You're in my headphones. Alexa, make my room like a brothel.
I don't know how to set living room to that setting.
Phone a couple of strippers.
And ask them for advice.
No, ask them to pop round. Okay.
Do you miss all the Christmas parties when you were in London?
I didn't really. I fucking hated Christmas. I was more of a
did you?
New Year's Eve person.
You were what? More of a New Year's Eve person?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't.
More enjoyable time.
You can't really avoid Christmas parties in London, though. Whenever you go out, I mean, when I was away first week of December, all right, we were in a restaurant right in the middle of town, absolutely jam-packed with Christmas party goers.
Yeah, can you imagine the office on Monday? Oh, I didn't, did I?
We used to have some good Christmas parties.
I mean,
did I tell you?
Good Christmas parties, but I wouldn't make a point of going to one today.
1987. I will give you a Christmas story. 1987.
That was the year of the Great Hurricane.
It was, actually. You're absolutely right. I was working for an American company, and in those days, as you might remember, it was a bit like the Wild West in, the markets in those days. There was no regulation. It was just completely crazy. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we went to the Cafe Royale on Regent Street.
One of my favourite venues.
For our Christmas party. And it started off okay, but then the food fight started.
You fucking grown-ups. You bunch of overgrown children.
So we had the starter, we got the starter, and a few bread rolls were being lobbed over there's a bloody great big banqueting room there, because it was quite a big company. It was a big old bash. And then when we ran out of bread rolls to throw at each other, people started just dipping their napkins, their napkins in red wine. Tossing.
Absolutely no respect for the staff.
No, you're absolutely right. Well, that's what happened. A couple of the staff got hit with red wine soaked napkins, and they refused to serve us.
Quite rightly, I would have thrown you out on the street.
That was the end of our Christmas party at the Cafe Royale. No roast turkey, no bloody Christmas pudding. We were banned.
And no refund as well, I hope.
Absolutely not, and I wouldn't expect it. But that was the only time I've ever been thrown out of a restaurant was when we all got thrown out for misbehaving in the Cafe Royale.
That's where FAFO comes into play.
What's FAFO?
Fuck around, find out.
Shall I give you one more Christmas party story?
Please do, because they're fascinating.
Well, at least they're mildly amusing. So we had a couple of young, they didn't have interns in those days, graduate intake. So they were the youngsters people on the trading desk, and they were all a bit lippy. Anyway, this particular one was very lippy. And we're sitting down in a basement in a Greek restaurant just around Harrods somewhere, or whatever the area was. And he starts bragging about how he can down a bottle of wine in one, and it's part of the course. He was ex-Air Force cadets, and he thought that they knew how to drink. So very irresponsibly and very stupidly, the head of trading, whose name I can't recall, said, right lads, a £5 each or a quid each or whatever it was, and we'll get, I can't remember his name, to do a bottle of wine. So we all had a whip around. It was about 80 quid or something in the pot. And this fellow downed this bottle of wine, glug, 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 and he drank there's a whole bottle of wine down in one. And, he was all right. He was okay. And then he started giving it lip again. You see, you boys, you in the city, you think you know how to drink. I know how to drink. So the head of trading, and I was almost leaving the room at this point, said, right, I'll tell you what, we'll double the money and you do another one. So this young lad, he's 22, 23, downed another bottle of wine in one. And he lasted about 5 minutes, and then he started feeling pretty bad.
I'm surprised he didn't feel anything at all.
Well, he disappeared off into the bog, and he was chucking up absolutely everywhere. And I do remember the other guy, Nick, who was quite a decent chap. We said, "Oh, Nick, go and check he's all right in the bog and he's not dead." Anyway, this poor lad.
If he'd have been in need of mouth to mouth, he wasn't going to make it.
He wasn't going to get it. He was literally comatose in the toilet. He was just unconscious on the toilet floor. And the thing was, he wasn't a big lad, but I'll tell you what, lifting someone who's literally dead weight is a bloody challenge.
Dead weight is
because we were in this basement, we had to go up this narrow flight of stairs to get him onto the street. We couldn't bloody lift him, so what we had to do is we literally rolled him up in a tablecloth, like someone carrying a body.
Yeah.
So we were carrying this fellow up the stairs in a tablecloth past people coming down to their Christmas dinner. And we took him outside, and he was literally on the pavement. We unrolled the tablecloth, and we called an ambulance at this stage. The ambulance arrived, and it was a female ambulance driver. She got out, and she said, "What's happened to this poor chap?" And we said, he's down 2 bottles of wine in one go. He's unconscious. So I'll tell you what she did. She got her knuckle, and she literally not stabbed him, but jabbed him bloody hard in the sternum, which affected some nerve. And suddenly he jumps to life again. And she said, "Look, I've got a choice. If I take him to the hospital, he's going to be done for drunk and disorderly."
Yep.
Or
quite rightly.
Or have someone stay with him, put him in go home with him basically, put him in a recovery position in the lounge, and stay with him all night so he doesn't die of puking suffocation. And that's what we did. But a bit of a nasty end to the story. But the funny thing was carrying this body up these stairs in a tablecloth.
But
with people coming down to enjoy a nice Greek meal.
That might not have been the worst thing. Who was the one who stayed with him? If it was Pervy Paul from accounting.
No, it was Nick, actually. No, it was Nick. It wasn't that bad. God dear. I mean, you know what it was like in the city. It was just like school children with money.
Awful.
Or worse.
The good old days, eh?
Anyway, I thought those were 2 quite cheery stories. Getting banned from the Café Royal for throwing bread rolls, and the other one, my young intern, who had to be carried out in a tablecloth. Come on. I want a Christmas jingle for that.
Okay, let's give you a...
One eternity later.
What was that? One tiny pea later?
One eternity later.
Oh.
It's from SpongeBob.
Is it?
Hmm.
I don't think I know SpongeBob.
If you've got children, you must have had to watch SpongeBob SquarePants at some point during your life.
No, didn't exist. Just think my children are in their early 30s. SpongeBob arrived. Wasn't that Noel Edmonds?
No, that was Mr. Blobby.
How was it? What's happened to Noel Edmonds?
He's still around.
All right.
Talking
Is he
about
doing-
who's still around, Oliver Cromwell.
He's not around anymore, I can tell you.
No, but he believed that Christmas was sinful. And in the
How did he work that out?
it was the 1600s. He banned it in England. And people rioted.
Who was he to ban it? He wasn't the king.
Oliver Cromwell, he was the leader of the revolution. And he was, in fact, the head of Parliament at one point.
He was the head of Parliament. Yeah, but who the hell is he to... What did cancel Christmas? Cancel culture in the 1600s.
Banned it. So secret celebrations were flourishing. The ban failed and Christmas survived, as it always does. And it was tried. In the early 20th century, a convicted murderer named Peter Curtin reportedly sang Christmas carols cheerfully whilst he was awaiting execution. And the guards found this deeply unsettling.
What? Sorry, have we already passed the Oliver Cromwell story?
Worse than that, we've already finished with that one.
Bloody hell! It's like a quick shot dating thing. This is. You got 30 seconds.
Well, I mean, as I say, it's quite difficult to find stuff that happened around Christmas time that is weird or strange without being ridiculous.
What? And out of all the thousands of stories that are around, you filtered it down to some bloke's going to get executed and he's singing Christmas carols on the way to getting hanged.
Wouldn't you find that a little bit unsettling?
Well, what would you expect him to sing if it's Christmas? Bring back good memories before he...
Road.
Exactly. God dear.
Christmas isn't just joy. It's history, mistakes, humanity, fear, absurdity, and darkness. It's radar systems tracking imaginary sleighs while real wars rage on. It's riots over trees, bombs falling while carols play.
Is this the conclusion of the episode, do I feel?
No. But Christmas isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. And as long as Christmas has existed, people have used it as cover. Cover for crime, for deception, for things that are easier to slip past when everyone is distracted by the lights and the goodwill. On Christmas Eve of 1927, a small town bank in Cisco, Texas was robbed. And this isn't unusual. What was unusual was how it happened. A group of men walked into the bank during closing hours. They were polite, calm, well-dressed, and they waited patiently while tellers finished their work. No guns were drawn, no alarms were triggered. When the doors closed, the men locked them from the inside, tied up the staff, and emptied the vault. And they escaped into a town already half drunk on holiday cheer. By the time anyone realised what had happened, the robbers were gone. And the newspapers called it the quietest Christmas crime in Texas history.
What, is that it?
What do you mean, is that it? It's a great story.
A bank in Cisco gets robbed on Christmas. When was it? Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve?
No one noticed it.
No.
And they escaped. Were they ever captured? How long were they sentenced for? How much did they get away with? All of these details would have added a bit of colour to the story.
It was $35,000.
You're just making it up now. You don't have a clue, do you? I'm surprised, even with the shallow nature of research relating to that story, that it doesn't actually tell you how much they got away with.
Well, nobody knew because it was so quietly done. In the early 1900s, department store centres were everywhere, and that created a bit of a problem because in several American cities, criminals began dressing as Santa Claus to commit their crimes. And the disguise worked. Who suspects Santa? So police reports from New York and Chicago describe pickpockets, burglars, and con men using red suits to gain access to homes and stores. In 1914, one newspaper warned parents explicitly, not every Santa is St. Nicholas.
I was waiting for the story to start and it's already finished. Oh, God.
What? It's Christmas, man.
No one's going to believe that you haven't had a bottle of blood before you did this.
There's no alcohol involved in this episode.
Clearly. I wish that, well, I'm lucky because I've got a drink. We should tell people at the beginning of this episode you need a drink for this one.
It's Christmas, it goes without saying.
Oh, you're right.
In 1858, a Christmas pudding...
May I make a little suggestion as far as production is concerned?
Put them in a timeline.
Chronological order might give some relevance to...
I like to jump backwards and forwards.
All right, so sorry, where are we? 1659, did you say?
1858, not bad. Only 212 years out.
1 year out, actually, yes.
You said 1659. A Christmas pudding in England poisoned an entire family.
Oh, dear.
The culprit was arsenic.
Oh, so purposely... Oh, no, yeah. Arsenic, that appears naturally in some things.
At first, people suspected murder, but the truth was stranger.
Oh, dear.
The arsenic had been accidentally mixed into the pudding because it was sold as sugar. And
Arsenic's black, isn't it?
multiple households were affected. And that case exposed how loosely regulated food production was in Victorian England. And Christmas dinner revealed a bit of a public health crisis.
Well, you're telling me if people think they're putting sugar in their bloody Christmas pudding and they're putting arsenic in it, you can't get much further from the intended product, can you, for God's sake? Isn't arsenic the one where you turn black, where your fingernails turn black?
Black, yeah. But that's the least of your problems.
What does it do to you, arsenic?
It destroys your innards, doesn't it? It breaks down your liver, your kidneys. It attacks everything organ-wise in your body.
Do you think they were able to, finish enjoying Christmas lunch before the symptoms kicked in?
Well, it was pudding, so let's assume that they'd already finished with the turkey.
Here's a question for you: How quickly does
in those days?
How quickly does arsenic kick in?
Depends on how much you eat. In 1910, a massive fire broke out at a garment factory in New Jersey on Christmas Day.
Pudding Lane.
In New Jersey.
Ah, not London then.
No. Most of the workers were young women. Many were locked inside. And this tragedy foreshadowed later industrial disasters and helped fuel labour reform. Christmas stockings that year were filled with mourning bands. But talking of Pudding Lane, you know where the Great Fire of London started, don't you?
Pudding Lane?
No, it's actually a lie. It was revealed, I think it was as recently as the 70s, that the fire actually started about 150 meters or 60 meters from Pudding Lane, and it means that the monument which was erected
is in the wrong place.
is in absolutely the wrong place, because it was erected a certain distance. The height of it represented the distance from the beginning of the Great Fire of London. But now that we know the Great Fire of London started somewhere else, the monument is actually the wrong height now.
So what do you reckon was the new evidence that caused them to imagine where the fire
They
started?
probably caught the guy who did it.
Wasn't it a baker's?
It was supposed to be a baker's on Pudding Lane, but apparently it wasn't. I remember reading this story quite recently, but I did sort of make a mental note, but obviously it's dripped out this other side of my head by now.
So here's a question that might actually interest our listeners. How far from Pudding Lane were you born?
I'm not 100% sure exactly where Pudding Lane lies. Is it in E1?
Isn't it?
I don't know.
No, hang on. No, it was south of the river. Wasn't it south of the river, Pudding Lane?
I'm not sure that there was a south of the river when it came to London in the 60s.
Of course there was. There's always south of the river. That's where all the plebs live.
1666, I believe, was the Great Fire of London.
Pudding Lane. I'm looking it up now. Where were you? Pudding Lane. Actually, holy shit. It must have been just around the corner from where we worked.
Yeah.
EC3. Wasn't EC3 where Broadgate is?
It was either EC3 or EC1.
Hang on. Broadgate Circle. Broadgate. What was it called?
It was called Broadgate.
Exchange Square. Oh, God damn it. It doesn't give you the EC. All right.
Oh.
Hang on, what were we talking about? The Great Fire of London?
Yes. 1666, where it started.
That's right, yeah.
But anyway, our final little Christmas disaster happened on Christmas.
Why don't you end on a happy story? Why can't you have a nice happy story?
I will. This is our second to last Christmas story. On Christmas Eve of 1972, and this is a story you'll be well familiar with, a plane carrying a rugby team crashed in the Andes. Survivors endured freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
And they resorted to eating the dead to stay alive.
They made a film about that only recently.
They made a few films about it and many books.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, the survivors still gather every Christmas to eat a baby.
You unbelievable. All right, Broadgate was EC2, so it was literally. It must have been where. I'll tell you where EC3 is. If that's EC2, do you remember where Brown's was?
Yes, but
That's EC3.
Garden.
Brown's? Don't be ridiculous. There's nowhere near Covent Garden. You're thinking of that bloody Bay of Angels.
No, that was.
That was nearly Covent Garden.
Garden, actually. Stringfellows.
Brown's was definitely nowhere near Covent Garden, I can tell you that much.
Anyway, you'll be pleased to know that
Thank God.
the end of this wonderful Christmas episode. Full of
That is,
joy and cheer.
I was going to say,
That's
well done, Andy. Good job.
stuff that happened over Christmas over the years.
Was the murdery bits one with Richard equally as entertaining?
Actually, that was quite gory because it was Richard's. It was Richard's turn to pick the episode, as it were, and he came up with like 9 pretty gory murders that happened over Christmas.
Why?
Why not?
How many of them were domestic?
Most involved a couple of them involved wiping out entire families,
Oh, God.
and some of them over several days. Pretty gruesome stuff. And if you're in,
I think you were talking about Christmas pudding and arsenic. I think the woman who did the beef Wellington in Australia is actually appealing her conviction.
the evidence against her was pretty stacked.
It was pretty stacked, actually, absolutely. And the evidence that came out subsequent to the trial was also pretty much confirmation that she was obviously not in the right state of mind, as it were.
Googling how much arsenic do I have to use to
Yes.
my puzzle?
No, it was literally exactly. Where can I find deadly poison mushrooms in the Sydney area?
How many do I need to cook into, for instance, a lasagna?
Do you know what I'm having for supper?
No, I don't.
Are you interested?
Lasagna.
No, I'm not actually. I am having pasta, but not lasagna. Oh dear. I'm having something very. You've probably never had it. It's a bit upmarket for you.
Of course. Is it real food, your governorship, your honour?
No, I'm having salmon pasta.
Oh no, salmon I wouldn't eat anyway.
What?
I've never eaten salmon. It's disgusting.
Well, it comes in so many forms. You can't just categorise salmon as all one thing. You can have sushi salmon. You can have baked salmon.
Nope.
Fried salmon.
Nope.
Smoked salmon.
Nope. Actually, I have had smoked salmon a couple of times, but it's not something I would call a meal. I might have a little couple of snacks on it. That'd be it.
But you do obviously eat fish alternatives. What else do you eat of fish other than salmon, then?
Well, who knows? Because these days they dress everything up as cod, whether it is or not.
You might be right, because cod, interesting fact, cod in Sweden anyway is now more expensive than salmon.
Yeah, because it's nearly extinct.
You're absolutely right, because salmon is very easy to farm, cod is impossible to farm. Do you know how big a cod is?
Yes, I do. There used to be a great fish and chip shop in Crouch, well, it's actually in Muswell Hill, called Toffs. And it used to have awards every year for being the best fish and chip shop in the UK.
I'm surprised I didn't go there if it was called Toffs.
Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't part owner.
All right, here's a question for you.
There were pictures on the wall of celebrities who ate there. It was like
Yes.
Bruno or Frank.
Yeah, not really a celebrity though, is he?
He was. But I mean, the thing is, in these days, where fish and chips cost about £3 from your local takeaway, to have fish and chips, and Toffs was like a proper restaurant. It had tablecloths and you could buy wine and shit.
Oh no.
And if you ordered a cod and chips, and I remember it very well, it was about £15, which was quite a price for fish and chips. But the cod was like,
Enormous.
it went off both sides of the plate. It was a proper fish and chip shop, and it was absolutely delicious.
How much do you think fish and chips is now in England? If you go on a Friday night, classic, off to the chippy, how much do you think cod and chips is?
I know it's nearly £20 now.
It's nearly £20, is it? Because it's 20 years ago since I bought it. So
Yeah, it's not something you just do on the way home anymore.
I think even 20 years ago, cod was actually one of the most expensive things on the menu. I think it was about £9.
And even then, you were lucky if it wasn't rock salmon that you got.
Is that difficult to tell the difference between rock salmon and cod?
Looks the same.
White, firm.
And when it's deep fried in batter, who the hell is going to tell the difference?
So, do I take it you've never? What is imbued when you eaten?
That's imbued is not when you imbibed is when you've drunk something.
What is the same in eating something?
When you've ingested.
No, that's not the same. Have you ever enjoyed salmon sushi in that case.
No, I don't eat sushi at all.
So you've never eaten sushi, or you have eaten
Never
sushi?
eaten sushi.
Is this something you've got against Japanese people
I always
in general?
find it amusing. It's like when sushi first became popular in the UK, it always amazed me because you'd see these adverts for a sushi chef. Why do you need a chef? There's no cooking. What are you talking about, a sushi chef?
It just establishes how little you know about sushi.
It's raw fish, isn't it?
That's part of it, yes.
No thanks.
Sushi has 3 elements: rice, fish, and wasabi mix.
We invented the cooker for a reason. For cooking. If I want to eat my food raw, why would I bother having a kitchen? I'd just go out and pick something up off the street.
It's not the same. Not everything is like Christmas turkey, Andy. You don't have to cook it for 6 hours. How long would you cook a 6-kilo turkey for?
Probably around about 6 hours, actually.
Oh, an hour a kilo?
Well,
No.
I do 20 minutes a pound,
20 minutes a pound.
plus 20 minutes on top.
All right, okay. Yeah, well, that's 4 hours.
6 kilos, yeah, about 4 hours, I suppose.
God, dear.
That's
And in fact, and the stuffing. I'm going to do the stuffing separately. Actually.
I do stuffed turkey, but I also do stuffing on the side separately. But my stuffing requires a good cooking as well, because there's usually pork involved.
Yeah, but the pork is all right. It's if you're mixing onions, it's nice to caramelize the onions before you put it into the stuffing.
Pork, onion. Now, because I'm not doing Christmas this year, but now I sort of want a turkey dinner.
But can't you get a small frozen turkey from the shop?
I'm not going to go through all that hassle just for me.
No, but you get a good few meals out of it, as you say.
God, how sad would you be carving your turkey on your own on Christmas Day?
Not really. It's just the circumstances, Andy.
Nah.
It's not as if you don't have people that love you. They just don't want to be driving 12 hours to fucking visit you.
Yeah.
That's the only
I
thing.
really love you, man, but fuck no.
12 hours. It is about 12 hours. That's what you've got to reckon on, isn't it?
Well, no, I mean, it's not 12, but it's as near as damn it. Hannah said she might be coming up in January.
All right.
But I told her she doesn't have to worry. She can't make it.
Have you spoken to your Portuguese friend recently?
Not conversationally, but we're still doing the Wordle thing every day.
And who wins?
It's different. Sometimes I lose it. Sometimes she loses it.
So what you're saying is you're reasonably evenly matched, even though she's not a native English speaker.
If you get the first word, if you pick the right first word and you end up with 4 letters, even if they're in the wrong place, there's a good chance you're going to get it in 2. Sometimes you pick a word and none of the letters are in the word, so you're already one go down with no clues.
But so you don't always start with the same word.
No.
But you don't know anything, do you?
No.
It's completely blank.
Yeah, it's just 5-letter words.
So it's pot luck.
Yeah. But I mean, there are obviously some words that are better than others. Like if you use a word like chain or train, then you're using a couple of good vowels and you're using the TR or the CH, which is either a good one to get rid of out early, or if you're lucky, it's in the word.
And do you have to pay for this?
No,
So where is it published?
it's the New York Times.
What? So you don't even have to subscribe to the New York Times to get their Wordle?
No, it's a bit of a lost leader for them. The guy who invented it actually invented it initially just to entertain him and his girlfriend. And he sold it to the New York Times for $1 million of their American dollars.
Really? And so if I want to play,
Yeah.
how do you do it?
You just Google Wordle and it will give you a link.
All right. Because you know I'm dyslexic, and I told you when I've tried to play, I can't think of any 5-letter words. That's my problem.
Well, I can include you in our loop if you want, because
No, I've got to practice. Give me a year's practice.
there's me, Therese, and Robin play at the moment.
Richard sounds mildly intelligent.
Robin.
Oh, Robin. Oh, no, he doesn't sound intelligent. He's a Trump supporter.
Hopefully he's not listening to our Christmas episode. And talking of which, we have to say goodbye.
All right.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, have a good one,
If
everyone.
you're still here at this stage.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
We'll be back same time next week with a proper episode of Strange Stuff Podcast. In the meantime, have yourselves a great week and just go nuts. It's Christmas after all.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye for now.
Cheerio.